Good afternoon. Scott Wormy here from beautiful Lake Chapala, Mexico. I'm just focusing on a sign of an architect, designer, and a new construction company here in the Lake Chapala area. So I wanted you to get some information from the sign. His name is Yamanqui. Yamanqui is his name. He's not a Mexican. He's actually a part of one of the indigenous tribes or groups that were in Mexico. So not really Mexican, but one of the indigenous people. I'm going to try my best to describe a home that he's building. I am quite excited about it. He's using modern techniques that kind of blow me away. If you live in the Ajijic area, as soon as you cross over the mountains, you feel like you go back in time 40 or 50 years. And Yamanqui is doing something that is very technological, very advanced for this part of the world. And my goal is to help to market him and to pass the word on what he's doing. So there he is there, Yamanqui, there, and he's building this home for a woman by the name of Heather Chambers. And the home is called Serena, or Serene, so it's going to be a tranquil space. This home is just over 200 square meters. It sits on a lot about 700 square meters. And we are in Islahuacan de los Mombrillos, which is just outside the Ajijic Lake Chapala area, just over side of the mountain. So it's about a 10-minute drive into Chapala. So you get your own little piece of paradise here. And the price point is absolutely incredible for what you get. Not much to look at, but I'm going to describe the details of the property. So under this dirt is solid rock. So what they've done is they've dug and poured concrete footings, like traditional Western building techniques, and put rebar in. So what they've done is they've determined the best thing to do for a stable home is to have stable footings. And if you can look at the number of so we're walking into a carport, and there is Heather there, the owner of the property. So it's going to be very stable underneath. If you know anything about the Lake Chapala area, the soil can move. So sometimes you get problems with shifting and cracking. So you can see the number of concrete pilings that they've done, reinforced with concrete. You can also see that we have, again, a carport garage space. And then you also have an under your first floor is going to be all of your mechanicals. So if you want to add another bathroom, if you want to run, run sewer somewhere, you want to run some plumbing outside, all you have to do is come under your house, attach some CPVC piping, and you can modify this home very, very easily. You can also see they have metal trusses. And underneath the concrete slab here is a metal sheeting that holds your concrete pour. So very stable home underneath. And then you're going to see this concrete brick here. And what that concrete brick is the outside of an indoor pool, believe it or not. So you can build, this home comes with a pool. And if you have to work on the outside of the pool, or you have a leak for some reason, you don't have to dig 5 feet down to repair the cracks. You just have to come on the inside here and repair it. So very easy to repair. Water is stored through an aljibe, and what Heather's decided to do is she's going to add 2 more tinacos under here. They store water. So instead of having these unsightly tinaco containers, it'll be stored underneath. This is also going to be the area where she's going to have a propane backup for a generator for power. So power will be supplied by the electrical company up here, but then in case of a shutdown, she can always run the propane and have electricity. So she will not be without electricity. All of your water lines, of course, will come underneath. Again, you have a water leak, you want to add an outside hose, you can do that as well. Easy to do without having to dig 4 feet under your foundation to do so. I'll give you the rough numbers, but again, Yamanqui is capable of doing almost anything. So a lot in this area can run you 450, 500,000 pesos for a lot in Isla Bacán de los Mombrillos. This particular home, I'm going to be coming back here in a couple of weeks. This home, they calculate, will cost 2 million pesos. And that includes the pool. That includes your appliances and conmuebles with your furniture. So 2.5 million all in for a home that's over 200 square meters on a lot. This lot is just about 700 square meters, I'm sorry. So again, it's going to be metal on the outside. You will not need any interior supporting walls whatsoever. So you can have an open structure. And there's your slab that's been poured. 10 centimeter, 4-inch slab reinforced with concrete. So what they've decided to do is have a very stable foundation. Again, you've got all these metal I-beams on your pilings. And then you've poured a 10 centimeter slab reinforced with rebar. So now the floor is not going to will move. In the likelihood that it does move, I was talking with Yamanqui, and he said, well, you can just bring in a hydraulic jack if you choose to, and you can lift up part of one of the pilings if there is any settling whatsoever, and then you can put a concrete or a metal filler in it to maintain how level the home is. Again, not much to see, but and then he has, actually they have a view here which is spectacular. And they also have some blue agaves. I told them to put windows in the house. They're not going to have windows in this house, believe it or not. This house will have a clear polycarbonate roof on it, believe it or not. And the polycarbonate has to be strong enough to withstand the hail. But what will happen is part of that polycarbonate roof will have a retractable roof in this pool area. So it'll be run on power, and if the power fails, you can crank it open. So basically, you have a house with an indoor pool. You have a polycarbonate roof, so the whole roof will be not glass, but it'll be clear. So she's decided not to have any windows in this house whatsoever. She'll still have this huge backyard for privacy. She can still look at these beautiful views here if she chooses to. And if she wants to add a window, she can do it. Because again, in Mexico, a lot of this building is done with red clay brick and concrete. And then you have to run your conduit in your walls. You have to skim coat it with mortar and then finish it. And then these homes tend to get, these brick homes in this area tend to get salitre. So you have to chisel the salitre out and you have to remortar them. So what he's going to do is and I'll show you. Normally it's 24 gauge steel 2x4s. He's going with 20 gauge. So they were just delivered today. So this entire outside wall will be framed in modern metal studs. So no termite damage. Then he's going to run the electricity through conduit, and then he's going to have concrete board and a stucco-like product on the outside, just like what's done in modern Western building. And then the inside will be skimmed with drywall and drywall mud, just like they do in the United States and in Canada. So she's going to have roughly 220 square meters at a price point. Of course, Yamanqui and Heather are together, so they're obviously building, that's the cost. But, you know, this type of home can be replicated, or other things can be done to this home, or different varieties of homes, so that for somebody's price point. So it'll be a modern build. Also, he's, again, the polycarbonate roof will be done. And then he's got these CPVC pipes. The entire outside of the house will collect the rainwater, and the rainwater will go to the back of the property. And the back of the property has an aljibe. An aljibe is a storage area here. They've already got that aljibe done here. So they're pretty ingenious. So what'll happen is any rainwater, because right now in Isla Huacan you get your water pumped once a week from the top of the mountain. So during the rainy season, when we get 30 or 40 inches per year, they'll take the water runoff, and they'll be able to fill their aljibe, and they'll also be able to fill the tinacos underneath. So for me, who bought a traditional brick home in Chula Vista, I am extremely jealous to come out here and find out what someone can get for 2.5 million pesos. Cost, of course. So if Yamanqui was going to do this home for you, it may cost you a little bit more. But again, if you find your parcel at a reasonable price, you know that he can build this for you, or build something like it. All of his staff members are a part of the company. So if Yamanqui wins, everybody shares in the profitability and the success of this company. So for me, I am very, very jealous, and I wish I could sell my home right now and have him build a home for me. So this is going to be video number 1. I'm going to come out here in a couple of weeks. Yamanqui assures me that the framing will be done. Again, it doesn't look like much right now, but if you understand construction, you will understand the amount of work and engineering that has gone into this property. I feel it will change building in this area, and I have a feeling that he's going to be a very, very busy man. So I will give my contact information out. So if you want to get a hold of me, and you want to get a hold of Heather, or you want to get a hold of Yamanqui, feel free to do that, so we can get questions answered. I know he has another project to do, so he already has one contract job done that's coming up in the works, but you're going to find that he's going to be a busy man. You may want to hire him to build your next dream home in Lake Chapala. And there's Heather. Wave to the crowd. I just want to thank Heather Chambers for her time. She's a great person, and I'm glad to see things changing in the Lake Chapala Ajijic area. So I'm going to sign out. One last detail. So I'm an independent agent. I've worked for real estate companies. I find being independent and being honest and having integrity and looking after the client's best interest is for me, rather than being part of a company. So if you are interested in buying your dream home, having your home built by Yamanqui, or you want to know more about Isla Huacan de los Membrillos or any one of the other areas, please reach out. I'm the type of person that I'm honest, I have integrity. If there's a home I don't feel you should buy, I will warn you about it. I don't have to sell you a home. And I always feel good when people find their dream home at a great price point. It makes me feel good inside. So, signing out. Enjoy your day. The weather is beautiful. Wish you were here.